Okay. It says it's recording. We'll see. Okay, so we're going to go over the thumping technique, how you get this effect. Okay. So we need the components. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and do my sentiment because I've decided that I like that embossed look the best. And my lights are giving me a hard time. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. But there's nothing seemingly I can do about it. This is a Whimsy stamp set. It says Joy, Peace, and Love. It does have a die that goes with it. I'm using Queen of Sheba Silver embossing powder from Lindy's Stamp Gang. Whoop. And it's everywhere. And we're going to heat set this. Okay, I'm getting there, Janet. Hang on. It's a Tim Holtz stamp set that I'll show you. I find that it does sometimes work better that way. Now there is a die that comes with this, but I find it's just quicker and easier for me to get it lined up just to hand cut it. Okay. Alright. Almost there. Alright, so there's our little sentiment. That'll be ready. Okay, so the stamp set for the main image. I'll show you that, and then I'll go and I'll cut my pieces. Okay, the wreath comes from this one. This is Styled Woodlands. It's a Tim Holtz stamp set. Styled Woodlands CMS 210. You get a couple different wreaths. Okay. So then the other components, my background piece, this is a Spellbinders. And then I have a mirror sheet, Tim Holtz mirror sheet, that I'm using a Sizzix #1 circle. And then just a card base that I'm utilizing okay. And the trick that I learned today is the wax paper, so it goes the cardstock, the wax paper, and then your die. And this is thicker paper, so I think that's helping as well. And so the last thing I need is just a piece of white cardstock, which I'm going to cut down. Yeah, I wasn't attached to it either, but I liked the reindeer a whole lot. So I'm going to go the other way on this one. So we can have a side opening card instead of a top opening card. See if that makes a difference. Gonna fold it. And then I have a Wreath embossing folder that I am running the front through on the snowflakes. Okay, so I'm just going to go cut the components really quick now that I know how to do it, and then I'll show you the technique. Okay. So we're going to put these couple of things on the side. That's our card base, that's our mirror, and that's our sentiment. Okay. So if you kind of put that through there, you can see how it starts, and then if you can stick your pointer through, man, that wax paper is the ticket because it comes right out. So there's our die cut that we're going to stamp on. And we're just going to peel off the wax paper. And then I'm just going to flip this die over, and then utilizing my Spellbinder's all-in-one tool, which is the greatest thing since sliced bread, honestly. It just makes very quick work of cleaning out these intricate dies. See that? Completely clean. Okay, clean up all that. So then you need a piece of scratch paper. Copier paper is fine. Works fine. And your stamp. I'm using peeled paint distress ink. I'm very heavy-handed with it today for some reason. So you want to stamp, you want to ink this up pretty liberally. Can't say that word. And you want to stamp off. Okay. And you'll have a little bit left. And then you want to get your distress markers. And I'm going to start with pine needles. And all I've done is I've pulled out all the greens. And then you're going to take your marker with the brush tip side and literally thump it all over in a very random way, just like you see me doing. Right? Next color is going to be Forest Moss for me. You can do it with any kind of brush tip marker, honestly. Then I'm going to take some shabby shutters, but hey, I'm here to help. And you can use your background color, peeled paint too. Okay, so you see, I'll show you, Sandy. Okay, so you see it? It kind of looks kind of weird. So you want to breathe on it, put your breath on it. Yeah, I don't mind this one, Sandy, because this one's actually mine. The other one we borrowed from Kitty. Alright. And then Stamp it on your piece. Give it some good pressure. And that's the result. So you kind of get this variegated kind of look. And I'm not sure what's the top or what's the bottom, but it's pretty, isn't it? Okay, then what I do is I take a clear Wink of Stella pen, hang on, Sandy, this one is from this one. This is the Tim Holtz Styled Woodlands CMS 210. You get two different wreaths, and you get the reindeer and the, you know, that kind of thing. But any one you have. So then I take the Wink of Stella and the clear, and I just kind of go over some of those holly leaves that are in there. I think that really adds quite a bit. Okay, and I know it's hard to see. Then oh, got a little Chad there. So these, the Tim Holtz ones, these, what do you call them, mirror sheets? These are adhesive on the back, which is great because it makes your life a little easier. So adhesive on the back, and then all you do is you peel that top mirror. I totally thought I had it before I stuck it down. There it is. So then that's how you get that really mirrored finish. So that makes it pretty easy for you. And then, you know, find your top, find your bottom. Yeah, I went a little wonky on this stamp, but I think it's okay. So I'm gonna set it on there like that. And before I continue to mess with it, Okay. And then your sentiment can go popped up right across the middle, but what I want to do first and it's just so hard because my light sucks, but I've got the red stickles. So this is nice just to I'm so sorry with this lighting today, it's just horrible, but I just can't see what I'm doing. Okay. And that kind of fixes the oopsies for you. And like I said, the only thing I think this needs is it needs a ribbon at the top, and there is one in the stamp set, but I'm not in love with it. So that's the completed card. But I do have some ribbon that might actually work. So that's how you do it. Let's see what we think of this. Oh, pretty. Pretty, pretty. They finally got my red gingham back in stock. Thank you. And I'm so happy that I came up with it by myself. Very different than what I started making this morning. Now, if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, well, what I like about them is it's a technique that literally anybody can do. I mean, it's die cuts. You don't have to be any kind of terrific stamper to get really nice results, you know? You know, and it just get out your markers. Oh, I like it. I really like it. How about you? Oh, I like it. Sandy, did you catch it? I know that you wanted to see how I went about it. I think it works best with a wreath or foliage. Type of stamp. What do you think? Should I put the gingham bow at the top? Oh, I think it's pretty. Well, there are very few things in life that I don't think a gingham bow doesn't improve. Well, they were out of it. They were out of it at AC Moore, where I had bought it for forever. So, I mean, it's not expensive stuff. I mean, so I bought four of them. I mean, I guess the thing that kind of helps this one is that mirror sheet, which I think kind of brings it all, you know, brings it all out a bit. But the first one I did with aluminum tape. I'll tell you, that's some of the stuff I would love to find at the Ranger sale. Some mirrored sheets and alright, love it. You know what I did, Sandy? Do you have any aluminum tape? Like duct tape, you know, like that wide stuff? The first one, that's what I used. And I'll show you the first one. And quite frankly, I mean, it's brighter. But can you tell? So this is the mirror sheet. That's the aluminum tape. Doesn't look bad. Where is it? Where are my glue dots? I know I have some. So that is today's stuff. Gonna look for my glue dots, which I think are under here. No, I was just using them. So go check out Jennifer McGuire's blog, which is Jennifer McGuire Inc. And here's what I say. If you're making a Christmas card or a holiday card anyways, make a duplicate of your favorite and send it into her card drive. I think it's a wonderful thing that they're doing with distributing the cards to the nursing homes. And you know, a lot of us have aging parents. A lot of us have family members that are in nursing homes. And you know, they try and give them to folks that, you know, might not have that family connection anymore. So I think it's just a very simple thing to do. She's giving out prizes as well. You just have to download this sheet, and you know, it's the cost of the postage, and you have to send an envelope with it. But I think it's a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous idea, and I hope a lot of you, you know, partake. I think it can make a huge difference in somebody's holiday. And that's what I loved about it. And you know, how many of you have cards in your stash, okay, that were given to you in that, you know, that card swap that you were in 3 years ago, that might fit the bill, that all you have to do is slap in the mail. And they have some nice things they're giving away. I mean, but I would totally do it just to make someone's day. Make someone's holiday. Yeah, be great. Yeah, you could paint. If you have silver paint, you could do it. I mean, you know, if you don't, I just think it adds a little something. But I think it's a really, really great idea that they're doing. And Canadian Girls, she has a representative that you can mail them to in Canada, and they will go to Canadian nursing homes. So, I mean, go and read the blog post, because she doesn't want this to cost people, you know, an arm and a leg. She wants you to be able, you know, the Canadian people to send to the Canadian rep that she has collecting cards. And then there's a couple in the United States too. And then you just have to fill out the, you know, the sheet, which I think I've stamped all over mine. I'm going to have to download another one. You know, there's some specific things that you have to put on there. Go to Jennifer Maguire Inc. And she spells her last name Maguireink. And there's a post about it. And she's giving away a ton of stuff. You know, I'm sure it's random, but it's just a great, great thing. One of the better ideas that I've seen in holiday season, and I love that. She also has, she does card drives quite frequently, but this one, I don't know, this one was kind of close to my heart. So let me open the links and let me put it in there. And I can't find my glue dots. I know I have some in the car. There you go. Let's see. Try that. There's an actual link. Okay. I really want that damn glue dot. I don't know what. I had a little dispenser of them. Did I get covered up? It might have. Oh, yep, there they are in the back. So that's a good one. So I hope you guys are checking out your stamps for things that you can do the thumping technique on, because it's an easy one and it comes out fantastic. Anything that's foliage is a goodie, in my humble opinion. So where are you going to do it, Sandy? You going to do it at a Stamp-A-Stack, or? something like that. Or do you take them to school? Sorry. Oh, McGuire. MC. I'm a dummy. MC. I spelled it right. I just didn't type it right. Thanks, Eileen. I'd like to send about 10. I just think it's really good. And then I wanted to kind of come up with something that I liked as much for the reindeer. So it's a little nuts with the ribbon, but I likes it. I like it, I like it. And that's the one with the tape. That's the very first one I did. Okay, so what else? You know, when I come up with a kind of a card recipe that I like, you know, a layout, I should say, that's kind of working for me, I like to see what other kind of stamps I can utilize, you know, in a similar way, like by just changing the image, you know, if I like the result as much. So for example, what I'm talking about is like I'm stamping in something like this, right? So might be cool to do, I might have something square that I could put the reindeer in. Not 100% sure. And that's a side fold. You can do it side fold or top fold. It's funny that that little card has a lot of technique on it. It's got the embossing, it's got the thumping. You know, and this one I kind of stamped sideways in the die cut. You know, I wasn't all that thrilled with how it hit the die cut, but it still looks good. Honestly, I think it does. So I started today by wanting to utilize these cards. So as I've been playing and looking, I don't know, there might be something there between the reindeer and the background, and maybe on a white die cut. I don't know. I gotta stare at it a little bit more, I think. But I'm very happy with how these came out. It took a long while to get there. So I wanted to put some stickles on this. Ooh, that's a whole lot. It's pretty good. Thanks a bunch. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. So there's 3. Took a long time to get there. That one's alright. I could do something with that. That's no good. I'm trying to think what else I can do. I love that reindeer stamp. I really do. I almost want to have some white glittered cards, like if this were completely white. Yeah, I mean, it's easy. Just use the die cuts and the backgrounds that you have. And tweet me a picture of what you come up with. I'd love to see it. You know, it's so funny. I love all this pattern paper, right? I love it. But I don't use it for cards. Isn't that funny? I always think I'm going to. Very seldom do I. I mean, I could probably come up with, you know, like this as a background. But I love that white, that crisp white. Yeah, there's trees. But I always like cardstock, stamping cardstock. Like, I like it plain. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get stuck on something. And I kind of like it. So I just, you know, I stay. So when I originally thought of this, I thought, okay, big snowflake. Big glittered snowflake, you know? But I so much like this. I mean, you know, I could even do this on it. I mean, I don't think it would look bad. But I think that's just cheating. You know, I'd rather come up with something else. And I think that color ink and that background looks okay. I'm just trying to figure out. I love that. So I kind of want to use this recipe, so to speak. You know, maybe the circle or a larger fancy die cut on a background. And I would like to find one that I could fit him in. That's what I'm trying to say. think he is gorgeous. So I know and I may come back to doing this tree with the wax paper and see if I have better luck. I mean, that may be what happens. Let's see. Let's see what we can get him to fit into. He does not fit in that frame. Ooh. Yeah. How about this one? He'd fit in that. So that's one possibility. No, I mean, I don't mean cheating. I mean, I don't know. I just always go down and I buy that fancy paper, and then it sits. It sits and sits and sits. Alright, so that's very square. This is a little narrower. More of a postage. I kind of like the cutouts a little bit better. That's just my preference. I tend to get stuck on things. That's my other problem. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Here's a frame. Maybe this one will work. Yep. Alright, I think I want to try that one. It's a little narrower. I can't talk today. And so, just so you guys know, this is the little die that goes with my Wendy stamps. The ones that I was hand cutting. That was a gift from the lovely Rachel. I think I want to try that with the wax paper and see if I can get one to come out, because it always feels like it never does. Which one did you like? Alright, let's see. Is this gonna... Ooh. Let's see if it works. Okay. Alright. So is this going to fit? Or do I have to go bigger? Oh, it's just gonna make it. Okay. Where's that wax paper? Oh. What an itch in my eye. Oh, here it is, hiding. Alright, let's see. Alright. So now we've got it. Alright, I'm going to try and run these through, guys, and see what happens. I don't know. This one's just a toughie, I think. Okay, well, that's the first time. Now I've got to fuss with it to get it to go back, but that is the absolute first time that I've had it come out clean. It's pretty, isn't it? That one. That has never worked. That die has never worked for me. And I think, look at that, there's still a layer. Oh my gosh, there's still a layer of the wax paper on it. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I certainly didn't expect that. Look how fine that is. Wow. So excellent tip, which I had heard before, and I was just being kind of lazy about it. That's absolutely the first time. And I've had that die for several years. That's the first time it didn't fall apart on me. Yeah, I was going to use that. Okay, lovely. So let me try the other one. Okay, so here we go. It's an excellent start. So that came out that clean. And then all you have to do is peel back that wax paper. That's awesome. Alright, I quite like that. And then I'm just going to clean up the die. And then I'll have to come up with some kind of a design. Clean. Clean as a whistle. Man, love that. So wax paper and this tool is absolutely awesome. Okay. Love it. So I think when I originally was thinking about this die, I was thinking that it could look quite pretty on that glittery card. But I think it needs something. It needs a color. Maybe brown. Not quite sure. This one, I'm thinking that'll fit. That might look okay. I know, it's white against white against white. You guys can't see anything, can you? I almost wanted to use this space for kind of like a little scene. And you know I have that tree line. So let me see something with that. Yep. Okay. I'm sorry, what item was that? Are we talking about my tool? That tool is the Spellbinder's all-in-one tool. It's fabulous. It just cleans everything up so nicely. So what I'm thinking is we could have him in the foreground, and then I've got that kind of tree line that I can have, you know, over here, maybe out of some green, and I can put the sentiment there and then emboss it. So that's the latest idea. So let me get this so I can put it away while I get out the other I think I'm going to do it out of white because I want it to be more snow-like. That could totally work. Okay, I just need to do it out of a square. Alright, that's cool. Okay. I think that could work. Alright, let me try this. Okay. How about I feel like we need a little sky. Yeah. And so this guy will go here. We'll stamp him here. And then sentiment we'll figure out in a minute. Okay, so that'll work. But what I'm thinking is, what am I thinking? I wanted something kind of dimensional to show the trees. Because I know what color I want to do him. was thinking it would be nice to have... Alright, I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's see. Oh, come on. Here it is. Well. We're going to start with this. And what I was thinking was I could emboss, but I can't really. So I'm going to stamp him there. Well, I think I'm just going to go for it. Just sitting here staring at it's not going to make it happen. So what I need to do is I need to stick this guy down. Pretty flat. So I was hoping for... Hang on a sec. Come on. Okay, so all right. Try it again. Hey, Rach. All right. Ugh, I thought that might happen. See here where the two pieces of paper meet? Looks like I'm chopping off his head. Well, we're going to have to fix that, but that'll be okay. Hey Rach, this is what we made earlier. Yeah, I was thinking something of that nature, but you all know I'm not that talented. Okay. Yeah, I like how they came out a lot. Thanks. Yeah, I like them. So here, what am I thinking I want to do? I want to find a marker. I don't think I have that very chestnutty brown. I mean, it's a StazOn pad that I just truly love. It's called Chai Tea Latte. It's one of these little mini pads. Spiced Chai, it's called. I need a blender pen. I used to have one. Let's see if it'll work. I always had one. Like an old Stampin' Up! Blender pen. And it worked really, really well for this type of thing. And I used to keep them in a little box. They came in this little plastic box. And I used to keep them separated. Now I have like tens of thousands of paintbrush type ones, but I don't have that blender pen. But I might be able to do something else. I just had a thought. Alright. That totally worked. I think it'll blend out and it'll be better. Let's put it this way. It's improved until he gets a necklace. Yeah, okay. What the heck is that? After all of this? Ugh, ay, ay, ay. I'm gonna drive myself crazy. It's only a card. Alright, so we got our Rudolph going on. And then I have that fantastic Whimsy set that Rachel had ever so graciously given to me that I love. But there is... Okay, so I was cutting them apart, and what did I do with them? They are here somewhere. Okay, bear with me just a second. Got all these little cutouts of stuff and stuff all over. I'm going to put them here. Seriously, Rob? What did you do? Oh, here they are. Okay. So there's one in here that says Winter Wonderland. Where the heck did it go? Holiday chair. Wow, it's the one you already cut out, you nitwit. Okay. So where's my little scrap? Alright, so that's drying. We're not done with that. Not by a long shot. almost want to put a sky in, but if I do, I will regret it. I just know it. Or maybe Seasons Greetings. Winter Wonderland. What's this one? I like that. There's one more. It's hanging around here. Oh, just having one of those days where I would absolutely lose everything, including my head. It was right here. It said Marion Bright. It was a little tiny stamp. It depends. Depends what you're after. I haven't been in a number of years. Speaking of woodland creatures and stamps, I thought he was adorable. Okay. Alright. It's here. I just have to clean off this desk and it will turn up. I have no doubt. So we're going to go with Winter Wonderland. I personally like Marion Bright better, but that's okay. Isn't it cute? My friend Beth loves squirrels, so anytime I see something with a squirrel, I try and pick it up. All right. It does remind me of House Mouse, but it seemed a little bit different. There. All right. It's funny, at the hotel last week, I was talking with some ladies who were Canadian, and it was actually the first day from summer that the temperature had dropped down, and I was like, "Oh, is it cold out there?" You know, I didn't know who I was talking to. "Oh no, it's gorgeous. You know, it's But we're from Canada, so we got into this whole discussion, and they wanted to go shopping the next day. So I gave them directions to, the mall and, the type of stores that they wanted to go to. They weren't crafters, but they were checking out, Target and those types of stores, and they were commenting, again, how they are able to save on the expense. I had envisioned something different. I had envisioned that this would look more like snow on the bottom. And this would look more like sky. So I've got to work on it. But I will. Ooh, that kind of like jumps it right out, doesn't it? That's not so awful terrible, is it? That's kind of funny. Because I was just going to emboss it, like with the snowflake or something on white. But what do you think? That kind of gives it more of a snowflake quality. I mean, I don't mind it, right? On the coppery background. Yeah, I kind of like it. That's a surprise. Alright, so what I'll have to do is just get some more details in here to make them look like they've got more snow on them. Yeah, I'm shocked. Okay, good enough. Don't overthink it, Laurel. Everything doesn't have to be 5,000 steps. You know what I was thinking? Hang on a sec. Oh, there we go. Oh, that'll be cute. Okay, so we just need to get a little more snow on these trees, and then I'll be relatively happy with it. And I could do that through glitter. I don't have any liquid applique. I used to. I don't anymore. It's one of those things that kind of went bad after a long time. And I've got some baker's twine that I could put around his neck. That might be cute. I like that idea. Come here, thing. Oh, that's adorbs. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alright. Alright. It's getting better all the time. See, it only took me 2.5 hours to do those stinking wreath cards this morning, right? Alright, let's see. I like that. I like a little more snow on the trees. Yeah, considering I haven't done anything in weeks, so. Alright, what else? Maybe I could fancy up this in some way. So it's not stuck down yet, but this is what we got going on. I kind of like it. I'm shocked, but I do. Yeah, Paula knows me quite well. I don't get rolling until I get into it for a little while. Cute, huh? I like it. I kind of like it with these long tails too, because he's kind of, you know, leggy and what's ack? No more 12-cent sales today, Carrie? Carrie was hitting it today. She was doing all right. All right, not quite like that. Alright, so all I have to do oop, what was that? Okay. What are you doing to me, Star? Straighten out. Okay. Alright, now I know. This is White Wink of Stella. Let's try this first. It's the white one. Yep. Well, it's on there, but it's not really the look I was going for. I was also thinking about, well, I could just do a little white gel pen. That might work. This will work. I kind of wanted it to be more dimensional than that, but it'll do. It'll do. I'm very much to the, everybody remember the movie Babe? That'll do, pig. Remember that? It's kind of where I'm at. I popped the wreath over the silver foil, and then I just stuck the foil down. But when I had the, if I used the sheet, I just stuck one to the next. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pop it up when I had Tim Holtz foil sheet. When the first one I did with the tape, I popped the wreath up. But I kind of like it both ways. Got this glue dot stuck to my nail. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see how this works. No problem. I'm glad you liked that one. I like that one quite well too. That's pretty. Unexpected on that background, I think. And I'm gonna fix his nose, but outside of that, not too shabby. I was thinking if I could put some kind of maybe a dot. Well, that's where we're at. punch that will punch the foil the right size for my die. Much easier to do for 20 cards. Yeah, I used a Sizzix #1 circle, but that gets expensive. I can honestly tell you, because I could only get 2 of them from each foil sheet, and I think you only get 2 to start with. So I'd like to see this change. So the next one I do will be a little bit different. So I'm not 100% on this one, but it's something different. But I do very much like the Wreath cards and how they came out. I like those quite well. So obviously I was into something sparkly today. But I was just so impressed by what those ladies are doing. I think that's just a great, great card drive to do, and I love it when I find out about things like that, and the project has purpose. So just a couple of renditions. That's that Tim Holtz set. Styled Woodlands CMS 210. And I mastered how to get this thing to cut out, so that makes me quite happy. So that's a win. So I'm going to put this back in the package. And I know where that other stamp is now, darn it. It's in the packaging. I guarantee it. So, hope gave you some ideas and some things to participate in. And always remember, so I'm just going to clean up a bit. It's amazing from where you start to where you finish. It's always very different for me. Alright, so I think I've certainly taken up enough of your time. I thank everyone so much for spending time with me. And I'm sorry I haven't been around the last couple of weeks. I've been going through some stuff. And I just didn't have it in me, if I'm being honest. So I hope you got some ideas and had an enjoyable time. I certainly did. It's nice to catch up with everybody. I'm hopeful that some folks I might get to run into some folks maybe at the Ranger sale, which is this weekend. That would be great. I'm still hopeful that I get to go. I mean, lots been going on at work, so not holding my breath, but I am hopeful. So thank you so much, and I hope to see all of you again very soon. Maybe next Sunday, following the sale. If I'm able to get there. So I'll see you all later. I'm going to stop the recording. Let's see if it